Told him I ain't selling it for nothing less than lavish.
Nah, come on, man.
Draco made a hit with this one.
Yeah, and Jazzy had no children. Gotta capture these flowers. Say you wanted fruit. Hola, buenas.
That's a good price for the mango. Probably for the watermelon. That's a one. I think it's 1 a day.
Okay,
It's a
for the
lot.
whole bag.
And they had that mango steam. Yeah, I had to get some mango steam.
I shade to another successful day. I guess thanks.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Me neither. My body is acclimating to just walking and being more active. Like my body is not aching anymore. Shout out to that. Okay, the hardest day is usually the first day. We might get on this soon. You might need a bus like
I
that.
don't see any stuff. Do you think stuff goes under that bus?
Yeah, those little things that come. Well, you can't see it on this side, but
It goes under.
yeah.
It must be hot on that bus. So, Kayla, you're at your first Caribbean restaurant in Costa Rica. How's the food?
It's delicious. For one, I love that they plated it so big because people always know that I can't finish it and they don't give me a lot of food. But they didn't know that. So I got a lot of food, y'all. Hey, and it's so good. Look at the views. We're here at Caribbean Jam. It's views inside and outside, y'all. Just took a home vibration. Ooh, your food is here. Guys, they just gave this 2 pieces of chocolate cake, it's looking like, courtesy just for stopping by. This was the first place we stopped by when we came into the city, and we just never ate here until now. So shout out to the love. Let's see. Wow, this is probably the best chocolate cake I've ever had in my life. I'm not just saying that, I promise y'all. Look at this. Ooh, for free? Oh, that's so kind. Mmm. Doing how y'all feeling? I had to throw on these earrings for the special occasion. These are made one of one by my mother. So shout out to my mom if you're watching this video. She's like my #1 fan. Okay. Before we get started, I want to give acknowledgement for the Lionsgate portal that's arising. Yes, the energy is finally being felt. I feel like even though I don't have as much motivation and inspiration as I know that I need to have, I'm in the space of believing in my dream. I'm in the space of understanding why everything had to be what it is, and definitely understanding who I am and why I had to go through the phases of understanding myself and my process. But to go more to the acknowledgement, it's embracing the you that you've always been, but also all these journeys and tribulations or obligations and lessons that we grow through. I say to that, to be able to do whatever we do. So today we have the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Thought about getting these, but you know, I'm just grateful to have the copy that I have, because like I say a lot of times, these cards were manifested to me. It's not something that I necessarily went out and looked for. But I am going to look for one thing, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. Shout out to Divine Timing. I just had to take a break, and usually I wouldn't do it, but something called me, and I've been really present with listening to what my intuition tells me. So I go outside looking for something that was in here, but I go outside and I hear how they're saying how Royal, our dog, that we don't have with us here in Costa Rica, but our dog was like going downstairs and just smelling our clothes. And I need to hear things like that. My dog is my baby. If you know, you know. If you don't know, then you'll get to know. So I'm just shuffling these cards, and I'm seeing a lot of emotional. I'm feeling like a lot of emotional transition is the word I will use, because it feels like an energy that we've already been accustomed to, but also we're feeling different about that energy. For me personally, that can be just how I choose to live my life, like the ideal behind how I felt that I needed to live to maintain a lifestyle that I know I desire, which is like a lavish lifestyle. Y'all already know. But in order to do that, I felt like it had to look so many ways, and I tried to force myself to be in these elements that at this point, like with this portal that we're going through, it just like I don't even feel like no resonation with trying to understand what doesn't align to me. And even with just how the process of it aligns, we got 2 cards to fill. Face down. So it's okay. It's actually one that fell. It was this one and the Ace of Swords. So that's going to be a card for today. But it said, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. And I always love that reassurance, because that's a card to pick. And sometimes for me, that's to say, not that you don't need tarot. Tarot is always an extension for more clarity. But also, you already know what you need to know. But I definitely love this Ace of Swords. Saw a lot of pages and then also some higher energy. But I just feel like my message for today, y'all saw a little bit of how my day went. A little bit goes a long way here. I feel so involved in my days. I feel like every day is definitely not the same. And if there's ever that perception, like to be somewhere where you wake up and nobody really speaks your language, you will always be in an adventure. It's always a journey. And that's one thing that I appreciate about being like international, is being able to observe more of the energy of how people connect when it's like a forced barrier of language. But that's beyond the point. So I just say that to reassure that every day is different. Every day is something that you can learn. And I look forward to being able to expand to more forms of communication, or energetic, spiritual, and also communicative in regards to language. And however that flows, how it flows. We're going to read into the Ace of Swords, so because y'all know that tarot get into it. My video yesterday was really in depth, and I just felt like I had so much built up. Oh, I love when I open it up and I go right to it. It's been a while since that's happened. So, Ace of Swords. It says, a rush of clarity and inspiration comes with the beginning of this journey. You may feel as though your thoughts are racing constantly. The wheels are turning, and you've reached your revelation. This is just the beginning of a difficult path, though, and you'll need all your wit and reason about you to see it through. And that's so necessary, because I feel energetically that, yes, it's like a catapult through a portal, but then now you're on a journey of developing anew. Like I said, things like not being able to, like that barrier, like a physical barrier, that affects everything. That affects work, everything that goes so naturally. And not saying that I don't have forms to still make abundance. Thank God that I have instilled multiple streams before I even embarked on this level. But when I depend on this, like this is my only consistent thing that I do. It's just a lot more spiritual, a lot more energetic, where you have to really feel what's right and when it's right, because timing is everything. Timing is so divine. And you pulled that out. Definitely a revelation of just letting me know exactly what I need to do, because I have so many options, like I said, to develop, but then there's that focus that I feel like I've been needing to attain, and also just being more punctual on how that's represented. So those are the highlights of now. Earth Angels, I know that there's a lot of people that, you know, we have an understanding of what's necessary. That don't mean that we know how to get it done. So just be patient with yourself, but also recognize that it is work to be done. Speaking for myself, I know that, you know, I'm in this beautiful paradise, and I know that there's still options for life to happen within that. the road has never been easy, but I know that I deserve for it to be beautiful, and it's always been that. So just a little inspiration, just a little insight on what's on my mental, and also just what's in the energetic vibrational realm. You're not alone if you're feeling however, it's okay to be feeling like you're, like when you're going up a hill, and I know because I've been taking walks, y'all seen it. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. It happened this week when I went into town. But you going up and you've been walking for so long, so your calves is like you feeling it, your body is tense or whatever it could be, whether you're used to it or not, you're starting to feel your breath and all that. But then it's like you get to the top and it's that sudden, wow, now look at this. All that for that one moment, and then for you to proceed through. But then knowing that you made it through gives you that inspiration and motivation to know what you got. And knowing your power. That's everything, y'all. So, yeah, Ace of Swords. And I love how they had the mountains in the bag. Man, there's so much I can say about this card. But the biggest thing that I'll take from this is that black hand. Let's go. Yeah, I love that because it's like spiritual connection, but also like the black hand just gives more power and like endurance, because everyone knows a black struggle. Yeah, that's what makes me great here in this land. I don't see a lot of people that look like me, and that's beautiful. I'm not necessarily trying to hide, but we'll see what it come with. Yeah, we're taking it one day at a time. I'm grateful for a day that goes my way and where I can have what I desire with ease, even if it's not as easy as it used to be. I give thanks for the transitions that I'm able to witness with my own eyes. Nobody can tell me what life is. I done seen it. This real anthropology, y'all. How many years y'all went to school? How much debt y'all got is the real question. Listen, we all got it. I ain't judging. We got that judgment, though. Judgment card just flipped out. I guess we is judging. I'm not judging. I'm just one of God's angels. But this looks like a revelation through it all. Let's read what this one is saying, because I was just shuffling the cards and I came out. It looks like people are kind of celebrating. So that's good, because sometimes, we see these mountains again. We see that energy again of like, oh, you had the Ace of Pentacles. It was in reverse, but we're going to just throw that like this, because it's definitely energy. We got to work on our pentacles. That's the judgment. That's a true judgment. I see. Okay, let's see what this judgment card is saying, just to get it in the real words, because tarot do not play with me. All right, this, and then we out. It says, at points in our lives, we can feel like there's something pulling us to change. Judgment calls down to us in the form of benevolent angel and presents us with the crossroads of her banner. As humans, we aren't alone in this world, but surrounded by others struggling, each in their own way. Through compassion, love, and desire to be better people, we reach up towards this lofty goal of self-actualization to enrich the world and others around us. Only through responding to the call that we can become truly alive. It is not about judging others, but judging yourself. There are times to be kind to yourself, and then there are times for some tough love. Now is one of those times. There are important changes needed for you to reach new heights, but you're prepared. Your past self is behind you, and the future calls. Examine yourself and your choice honestly. Is this best for you? The me now, it is and it isn't. It is and it isn't. But I definitely know that there's easily transitions to be able to do what's best for me. Like I took a nap today, and it's still like 8 or 9 here in Costa Rica. So rather than feeling like I need to go to sleep since I just did this video, maybe working on other things. This is stuff that I'm not going to beat myself up about, but I definitely recognize that. And I love how they say it's not about judging others. It's about judging yourself, because the higher inspiration, that's like clarity. All these things are connecting. Like what I'm telling y'all, recognizing exactly why I do it. Exactly why God allowed it to be this way, and definitely taking accountability for what the fuck got to be done. So y'all, one day at a time. But definitely, I just feel a new sense of energy after recording this video, and I'm grateful for that, y'all. So hopefully this can be inspiration to y'all that even when we here, it's still work to be done. This is every day, and give thanks for the opportunity to have the energy to do this every day. It's not for everybody, y'all. But if you here, then you need to be here. We need you here, y'all. We this close. Come on, y'all. We this close. Please. I'll see y'all tomorrow.